Okay, welcome to the next video. This one we're going to make some reports, okay, just to give you an idea of what the evidence could look like at the beginning. Your evidence might look a bit like this, showing you using something called the report wizard. That in design view, so you might change the colors and the fonts and stuff like that, and then finally what the completed report looks like. Now we're going to do a report. We're going to do several of them, but you only need to print screen one example, okay? So we're going to do several of these, but only print screen one example, okay? So here's my database. Here are my queries that we've done already. Hopefully yours are saved here, and we're going to convert these into something called a report. At the moment, this is our query for female customers. So it's all the ladies in our database. So all the single ladies. What we're going to do, we can't print this. So this, if I try to print this, there's no option to print it. Okay, if you print it, then there's nothing appears here. So what we're going to do is we're going to convert it into something called a report. Okay, so I'm just going to close it. And I'm going to go to create and then report wizard. Now what I can do here is it'll allow me to take anything and convert it into a report, which is something I can print. Okay, so I'm going to do, first of all, we're only going to do the queries. So I'm going to do the first one, female customers. I'll add all of these things. I'll click next. And at this point you might want to take a print screen, maybe saying here I'm using this report wizard and I've selected my female customers query. Okay, so hopefully you've taken a print screen of this and explained that you're using report wizard so that you could possibly print your query. So I'm going to click next. I'm going to click next, next, and then I can change how my report's laid out. So I can change it to landscape. So obviously that's portrait, so going up and down the way, and then landscape going across the way. Alright. I can also change how it looks here as well, okay? If I just go back as well, some of the things you can do is you can actually change how it's laid out like that now. I'm just going to keep it simple for the first one, okay? Click next. Portrait or landscape. I'm going to go landscape just because there's a little bit more space. And I'll click finish. You might even want to take a print screen and say I click this adjust the field sizes so it all fits on a page. If I click next, title report, female customers, I'll just call it female customers report perhaps, and then I can preview it. Okay, so this is what it looks like when it's printed. Okay, now obviously this doesn't really, this isn't it completely finished, but you could take a print screen of this. What we can, so yes, take a print screen of this now and say here's my finished report. Okay, hopefully you've done that. If we just click close print preview now, we can go back in here in terms of what we can see what our report looks like. Now what you can do is you can actually change some of the colors. So you can change some of the you can change the background colors and the fonts here, same as we did with some of our other things. You might also be able to change the spacing here as well. What I'd like you guys to do is for each of your queries to do a report for each of the queries. So you should have 5 or possibly even 6, depending on how many queries you did, reports down here. Okay, and by the wonders of science and technology, you can see these have appeared now. So I've done my 5 reports here. Okay, obviously for this I only wanted to show one example, so something like this. So here I'm using report wizard. Here I've changed some of the spacings, changed some of the fonts, maybe some of the colors. Explain what you've done in terms of the design view, and then finally what does it look like when it's finished. Okay, so you only need to show one example, however you should have at least 5 reports done now. And finally, a joke to finish with. 2 cannibals are eating a clown. One says to the other, "Does this taste funny to you? Get back to me if you get the joke."